everything happens for a reason, and God's not done with what's going on in my life. Yeah, I lost somebody that meant so much to me, but I got something to do with my life, and God's not going to let me down. He has a purpose for me.
Dogs couldn't grind out a first down. They will fake it. Barber takes the snap. He's got the first down. He's tripped up at the 39.
Football is unpredictable. The crowd is either for you or against you. There is no in between. The distractions are many. It is loud and it moves fast. And at any moment, the game can change. But the question that lingers over every big hit, every mistake, every momentum shift is not what went wrong. It's, did you get back up? Will you keep fighting?
I had the best relationship with the parent that you could really imagine. I mean, he was my coach for soccer. He was the kind of dad that took me out every day after work, threw baseball with me, kicked soccer ball with us.
Collin Barber grew up wanting to be just like his father, Phil. But in Collin's early high school years, the dad he knew, the dad he idolized, changed.
So he was addicted to propofol. I guess, and him being an anesthesiologist, he had easy, access to it and everything. And he would use it as a way to, escape reality. And it really, crushed me and everything. Me feel the weight of the world is just falling down on your shoulders when, you find out about, your role model and your dad becoming addicted to something that, you can't get off of.
But his addiction led to an even more tragic discovery during Collin's junior year of high school. One cold December night, his father needed an escape. He was alone in the house and fell into a bathtub that was filling with water. But the propofol had already taken effect in his body. The next morning, Collin and his brothers were told the shocking news that their father had drowned.
And that feeling, at that moment, it's wow. It's you never think you're going to be that kid that, on some morning, you can wake up, your dad's not going to be there. When you saw him the night before and told him, hey, I love you, bye. Just like every other night. And I guess it was a shock and just disbelief that the hero, the person you always looked up to and you wanted to be just like, is gone.
Life, much like football, is unpredictable. It is mean, sometimes even devastating. Yet the hardest hit that Collin could have ever imagined, one that threatened to leave him down with no reason to get back up, became his motivation to stand.
There's been a few times where I've just been man, is this even worth it? But I look down, I got a tattoo on my side of, the verse, my dad's name and a cross, and I look down at that, and it's man, I'm still here, I'm breathing, I gotta go after something, and try to be great.
Collin resisted the urge to quit playing sports. Instead, he practiced harder and dedicated himself to football. By his senior year of high school, Collin was ranked the number 6 punter in the country. His ultimate destination, Georgia. His inspiration then, and still today, 4 years later, is one person, his father.
My dad always held me accountable to give him my best in everything I do. And it's just nice, it's kind of like a memory, to look down and, see PB down there. It's all right, he's with me. And every time before I kick, I always say a prayer, it's kind of crazy, but, for my dad to hold the ball a little higher and push it a little further till I kick it. I'd say I'd give anything to have my dad in the stands, for one game. And, to, really be there to watch and, see, how I've what I've come to be and how everything's going.
His father's absence seems greatest on Saturdays in the fall. But with the reminder of his death comes the reminder of his life and the most important lesson he imparted to Collin. Go big. Now as Collin begins his senior season, he carries those 2 words with him. It's the promise he pledges to keep for his father and for his teammates. Give everything, every day. And most of all, enjoy the ride.
If I have a great season, then, I thank God every day, you know, for giving me the ability to kick. But if I don't, then hey, I thank God for just letting me be here and experience, you know, 4 years at the University of Georgia, and to play, you know, Sanford Stadium in front of all the great fans. And I just hope it turns out to be the best, and I'm gonna give all I got for my last ride here in the red and black.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. When Collin buried his father 5 years ago, he nearly buried his dreams at the same time. But these words from the Bible have given him hope, have given him a reason to stand.
You know, if you're still breathing, you still got a purpose on being here, and you got something special that God wants you to do. And you just always got to keep that in mind, that no matter what happens to you, you know, hopefully the sun's gonna come up tomorrow. You got 24 more hours to do a bunch of great things.